Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Bloons Sea Battles video. So in this video, I don't know why I'm going to say that every time, but you guys probably already know what's going to happen since I did put it probably in the title. We did properly go late game with the heli pilots and farms, and the reason I said that is because if you're using from like what information I gathered, because I was talking to that awesome clasher guy. He's a really cool guy, by the way, but I was talking to him. And he was giving me some very useful tips on different things to do in this game. So one thing he especially told me to do was when I'm using like heli pilots and stuff like that. Heli pilots are usually like a supportive unit, or I think it was supportive or defense. I think it's supportive though. And like if you're using farms and heli pilots, then to start off with farms and then move your way up the chain with heli pilots and stuff like that. So I feel like I did that really well in this episode, which is why I'm bringing it to you guys, because of the reason I just said. So I also need to change my name. I keep realizing that my name is still Player. I need to change it. But I started off, I did play in Bonanza, mostly because I kept losing in higher stages, but I played Bonanza more for the reason that like you get a lot more money, so I thought it would be way like more entertaining, which was a lot more fun as well. So I started off with a heli pilot. I usually start off with a farm, but I don't know. So I started off with a heli pilot, then I just immediately went to the farm, and I did play this game on mobile as well. I'm really enjoying playing on mobile. I just thought I should try it out a bit. My phone's not the greatest though, so as long as I don't go late game, so like round 80, round 60, somewhere around there, it won't lag. So they're probably just going to be like to around 20, 30. But we do have a farm, and what I try to go for with the farms is I immediately go for banks, because like banks and heli pellets is a really good combo from what I figured out. So that's exactly what I went for. And banks are really good because they build up your eco every round, and they build up money in them, and they give you a lot of money, so it's kind of crazy. Like the max bank upgrade is so insane. Like it's so good. I highly suggest everyone to get it. Um, just because it just builds up money so quickly. Like it builds up thousands of dollars in less than like, I don't know, maybe like 30 seconds. I don't know how, it's crazy. But my basic strategy was to go for the maxed out banks and for Apache dart ships. That was really all I was doing. And this is a pretty good map for it because there was a lot of track, so I had a lot of like room to actually pop the balloons, and I also had a lot of room to put down heli pellets and banks. But the only problem that I kind of run into sometimes is how to evenly use the space between banks and heli pellets. So I just got my first maxed out. No, I didn't actually. I need the banana plant. There you go. Maxed out banana bank. Again, it's really good. And as you could probably tell, this isn't like live commentary, and the reason for that is because I will kind of because I haven't really figured it out yet. It took me quite a while to actually figure out how to transfer my phone files onto my computer. But the next step would be, or actually no. In yesterday's video, I did have commentary. So one thing I kind of found out weird was like when I'm recording this on my phone, even if I turn, not that it affects anything, but even if I turn the sound all the way down, sorry, I'm hiccuping a bit. Even if I turn the sound all the way down, I know that doesn't affect like the input of sound, but like when I rewatch the video, it has all of the sound in the background, which I think is really cool. I don't know why, but so in the future I might do some commentary videos. It's just kind of a little weird for me, doing live commentary when I'm playing a game on my phone instead of on my computer. I don't know why it's weird to me. It just is because I'm not using a mic or anything. So maybe tomorrow's video, or no, this will be tomorrow's video. Well, for when this video is uploaded and when you guys are watching it, tomorrow's video. So Monday. On Monday, I might have like a live commentary video on my phone of this. on Bloons City Battles. So I think I did just get my second Apache Dart ship, and I just placed down a third. And at this point, I was wondering how many banks I should have compared to how many heli pallets I should have. But like the banks are so crazy good that I think they do outweigh the Apache Dart ship in that matter. Like I would say that the bank gives more money than the Apache does damage, if that makes any sense. So like basically on like the damage or on like the chain of damage, Apache Dark ships would definitely be high up there, but they're not as high as the banana banks would be on the chain of uh like monkey farms, if that makes sense. So I did decide to throw down another one. So at this point, even having like one of those banks, I'm already up to 2,500 eco, and I haven't even sent him one balloon of eco yet. So I mean, and you start off with 500, so that just kind of goes to show how good the eco is. Because they do give you like 60 eco each every round. Or no, wow, okay. The maxed out bank must give you like 160? Yeah, that's crazy. I think I'm pretty sure it's probably less on like regular game modes other than Bonanza. The banks probably give a lot more eco on Bonanza than they do regularly. I don't know though. So we do have 5 Apache Dart ships by now, and I have also learned from that awesome Clasher. He's a really cool guy once again. What am I trying to say? Oh, so I also heard from him a few other useful tips about Apache Dart ships, like they should be, or not Apache Dart ships in general, but just like heli pilots. They should be put on, like they're best on, what am I saying? Follow touch. Because apparently they do more like grouped damage or something like that. So the only problem about that is, especially on mobile, like on mobile it's a lot, in my opinion, it's a lot more difficult to do some things in this game on mobile. Like collecting bananas from the banana farms, which is exactly why I go for the banana banks, because you don't have to like collect the bananas. I did just throw down my third one, and at this point I was kind of like, okay, that's 3 is all I need because they're so good. I'm already at 3,400 eco and stuff like that, and I'm placing down more. I did just lose my connection, and then I just checked my connection to see what was kind of happening. Because I was on the road when I was making this video, I'm pretty sure. So, and no, I wasn't the one driving, because I can't drive. What was I just got off track. So apparently heli pilots are best on follow touch. I always put them on pursuit because when you have that many Apache Dart ships, and when you're not going that late game, I mean, like putting them on pursuit doesn't really affect you that much. In like a situation if you're struggling or if you need to do more damage, then yeah, follow touch would probably be the best, but in this situation I didn't really need that, so that's not something I focused on. But at this point, I'm kind of confused as to what he's doing. But this is probably a new player since Bonanza was only 5 medallions to get into. I'm not saying he is, but the way he played kind of showed that he was. No offense, but that kind of was. Cause like, if he would have looked at my side, oh, I do just start sending eco now. If he would have looked at our side, I feel like that should have given him a sign that he should have like been picking up his game a bit, because our side compared to his side, there's quite a big difference in damage and income and a lot of things. Because keep in mind that he hasn't sent me eco at all this game, like at all, and he doesn't have banks or farms. So it leads me to believe he is a new player because he has no way. He hasn't been building up his income at all. He hasn't been ecoing. He hasn't been building farms. So he still has 500 eco. I don't know. I have 7,000 eco. He has 5,000. He has 500. I have 3 banks making me loads of cash, as well as like 10 Apache Dart ships. I don't know what he's doing. But at this point, as you could probably see, I did just send him loads of ZOMGs because I know he can't handle them. There's no chance he can handle them. He has no towers for Moabs. He has no towers for Moabs. And yeah, he just doesn't have anything that can take them out. So keep in mind right now, he did just pop his battle energy. But as his battle energy is going throughout like this whole round, pay attention to that first ZOMG. And also keep in mind that he did use a battle energy at the beginning when that ZOMG just came out. Just pay attention to that first ZOMG. It might be difficult because I still have this thing on the screen. But I did just start saying some regen zebras, just kind of take his attention off of the ZOMGs. But as you could probably see, his balloon chipper is shredding them, so there was not really any use in that. On my screen, no natural balloons have still made it on the screen. He's still not ecoing. At this point, he knows he's definitely done, and I know he's definitely done. There's nothing he can do at this point. The 3 towers he has do not have any ZOMG popping power ability. I mean, maybe the balloon chipper, but the balloon chipper, the balloon chipper, I don't believe can pop ZOMGs. He did just start saying Sumiko to try and counter rush me, but there's no chance he's gonna counter rush me. I have so many Apaches. There's no chance. He didn't even try to do it with Moabs or anything. He literally, oh, he did actually, but there's absolutely no chance, as you can see. I just absolutely shred them. So as you can see, that first ZOMG is still up. Like, he hasn't destroyed it yet, and he popped his battle energy at the beginning of the round. So that's what kind of, I don't really know. Like, that kind of just proves the towers that he chose are definitely not late game material because they can't even pop a ZOMG. I was gonna say something to him here, but I decided not to be a jerk. I could have said like well done or something, but I didn't really want to rub the salt in the wounds. So he does end up losing in a quick second because a few balloons do get in. And cue the outro music. I've always wanted to say that, I don't know why. But apart from that, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.